Good morning, Lehigh County. My name is Roman de la Rosa. I'm the community liaison for Lehigh County. And today I'll be filling in for our county executive, Phil Armstrong, on this very special voter ed webcast ahead of next month's elections. I'm joined today by Diane Gordian. She's our Deputy Chief Clerk for Elections. And she'll be giving us a refresher today on all the things we'll need to know ahead of next month's elections. Diane, thank you for joining us today. While this year's elections are technically considered off contest, these races are actually very important because the people elected will have direct control and power over very local decision making, everything from our public school operations and budgets to the way our state laws are interpreted. So it's very important that we know the information to make informed decisions next month. Diane, can you please let us know what some of these key information that we need to know for next month?
Yes, and thank you so much, Mom, for having me here. First thing is first, Election Day, Tuesday, May 16th, okay? The polls are open at 7 a.m. until 8 in the evening. Remember, if you are still, if you get in line at 8 p.m. in the evening, they must let you go, okay? So let's talk about some deadlines. The deadline to register to vote, make any party changes, address changes, name changes, any change whatsoever is actually this Monday, May 1st, okay? So at this point, the fastest way to get that done is to either come here at our office or do it online, okay? The deadline to apply to vote by mail is Tuesday, May 9th, okay? So you have until Tuesday, May 9th to vote by mail. Another deadline, well, on-demand voting. On-demand voting, that means that if you have not yet applied to vote by mail and you just want to vote and get it out the way, that actually starts on Monday as well. So on-demand voting starts on Monday here in our office at the voter registration office.
These people do have to be registered to vote, correct?
Yes, they do. And thank you for saying that. So if you are not a registered voter and you do want to vote, if you come in on Monday, because that is the deadline to register to vote, you can actually register to vote and you can actually vote that same day if you like, okay? Drop boxes. If you already received your ballot in the mail, the 5 drop boxes that are across in Lehigh County, they are open and available. Remember, there is only one 24/7 drop box, and that is here at the Lehigh County Government Center.
And where are the other 4 located?
Testing my knowledge now. So there's one in Macungie Borough Hall, the Lehigh County Water Authority, Falcon Hill Borough Hall, and Whitehall Township Building. Oh, I got them all.
And she passed.
So I passed my test. All right. So something else to be mindful. The state of Pennsylvania is a closed primary election. Okay, so what does that mean, right? So that means only registered Democrats and Republicans can nominate their candidate to move on to the November election. So if you're not a Democrat or a Republican, you cannot vote in this election unless there is a question on the ballot. There are no questions on the ballot except for Whitehall Township. So if you live in Whitehall Township, if you're not a Democrat or a Republican, you can still vote just on that one question, okay? Also, if you are not sure of your party, never assume. That is our #1 complaint on election day, that the voters call in and they say, oh, I always voted that way, I thought I was this, when actually they were something else. November, you can vote any which way, however you want, but in the May primaries, parties matter. So never assume, call the office just to check if you need to. And the office number is 610-782-3194.
Diane, for people who are unsure of the register, can we call the same number to verify?
Absolutely. Anything about polling location, where do I vote, how do I vote, can I vote, anything of that nature, use that number.
Awesome. Thank you, Diane. And one last thing. I know that as our county continues to grow, Our elections office, they need additional help to make sure that we carry out the process as smooth as possible. I know that you guys are in need of workers, especially interpreters. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yes, so we are always in need of Spanish-speaking interpreters. So,
Si hablas español,
llámanos nosotros. Now, just so that you guys know, there is 161 polling precincts in Lehigh County. Out of 161, guess how many needs a Spanish interpreter?
I would say more than half.
146.
Wow.
So we are still in need of Spanish interpreters. So please, if you are one, if you know somebody, call the office.
Is it volunteer or paid?
So it's you're serving your community, but it is a paid position. So the day pays $165, but if you do training, and then it's additional $10. So you can get a total of $175 for working. Plus, it's also tax exempt. So no taxes are taken out, and you don't have to report that anywhere.
And you're serving the community.
And you're serving the community.
Diane, thank you so much for joining us today. Lehigh County, please make sure you go out to vote. If you haven't registered, you still have until Monday. If you need a ballot, if you need a mail-in ballot, you can come in and request one. But please do make sure these elections are very important. The decisions of our most basic decisions right here in Allentown and in the rest of Lehigh County are decided on May 16th. Thank you, Lehigh County.